It's your boy Grill here, back with another video, and today I got a special video for y'all. But today we're going to be talking about this new leaked card that has an Ultimate and an Awakened card, and we are here with my boy Varbar. Man, Varbar, what's good? Say what's good.
What's good?
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. And he be ruining my intros and shit, bro. So. You know what I'm saying? That you just gotta deal with that shit. You gotta deal with it. But let's talk about this card, man. So basically, if you guys haven't been around Twitter and everything, there has been a data mine for this card right here. So this card is actually a ultimate card with an awakens card together. It's not like this is like Photoshop or anything. This is literally like a new card. So if you guys know about the awakened card thing, the last unit that has some involving with an awakened card is Bojack. And you guys know when full power, like the red Bojack, he's at his base form, and when he pops the ultimate card, the awakened card, he transforms into full power Bojack. But what makes this card different is it also has the ultimate card as well. So this is insane to look like it might be for a unit that we might get soon, bro. And you know, a lot of people has been speculating on this specific unit that that will have something like this. So Var, what do you think this card is going to be for?
I don't know why the fuck you asked me this dumbass question, but clearly it's for Sentinel. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, it's for, again, it's for tag fours, dude. Like the hell. I think the big question for me, right, is like how the hell are they gonna draw this? Like, if you guys don't know, taginists don't have main abilities. So it's like, do they have to like tag swap like, you know, a specific amount of times? Is like you tag one time you get it, you tag, you know, maybe they're gonna make it really stupid. Maybe you have to tag like 5 times and then you have to put in your credit card and then you have to switch out 3 times. Yeah, it might be some dumb shit. I don't know. You know.
That is true. You know, so like one thing, if what you know, everyone is, you know, pretty much predicting that it is gonna be something related to tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. That's just kind of just the popular theory right now. And if I was the devs, I wouldn't. It would have to be something where you have to kind of like fulfill something for you to transfer. I just don't feel like they'll give you this like at a 10 timer count thing. That would be pretty weird. Cause then what's the whole point of them being a tag unit? So I feel like something what Vara was saying, where he was saying like, oh yeah, it's gonna be for like, you know, you gotta switch in and out for 5 times. But I feel like it might be 3 times or even 4 times. Like I don't know how they're going to do this because you don't want to prolong this card for too long, right? You don't want it to be restricted for too long because one downside of this game is you get rushed in 10 timer counts, right? So you kind of want to be able to pull this off early. So I really don't know how they're going to do it. Like, is it going to be amount of cards you land, or is it going to be amount of switches you put in, like what Var said? Like, is it going to be tricky on like is it a gauge thing? Is it a switch thing? Like, it's a lot to really, to really do.
Yeah. Because to be honest, what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking they're gonna have a unique gauge, and then every time you tag swap, it's gonna activate like some of the gauge.
Mm-hmm.
And then like once you fill that up, then you get the goddamn thing, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe this might be like the first time, or like since it's one of these cards, right? Like let's say you miss it for the first time, right? Let's just say that you fill up the gauge again. Like, can you get it again? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Because if you miss this, right? Like if you miss this, even with like Bojack, for example, if you miss it, you can't transform. And like,
yeah, exactly.
You know what, Bojack too, they made it so easy for you to land. Like they made sure you take your vanish, you nullify cover change. You have all these stuff where they want you to be able to land a card where no like disruptions can happen. So if that is the case where you miss it, is it like a one-time thing where, because awakened card, like if you miss the awakened card, you're missing out on so much base stats. You're missing on so much like defense and offensive stuff, and even more to the kit of this card. So if you miss it, like, are they going to have some, like Var said, a second, maybe a second chance or something, because there are, with, Goku Vegeta, there's times where they fuse and they they don't fuse the first time. They usually take like
Yeah.
2 times or 3 times to pull it off. So they might have it where you can, try 2 times or 3 times, because not every time they fuse in the show, they landed off the first time. It took them, multiple tries to get it. So I feel like they might, and they want to keep it like kind of like anime, like, like kind of like similar to the anime. They could do that. I could see that.
Yeah. Or and then it's like I can see them doing what they did with the same thing like they did with what's his name? The Goku Kakarot. I don't even remember his unique. Do you remember that shit or no?
The Kakarot Goku?
Yeah. Do you remember his like first unique or no?
When he pops the like green card, he gets a blue or something?
No. So like, if you guys don't know, like with Kakarot Goku, they kind of made him like you have to play a game type of shit to get his uniques. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah, like certain things to fulfill. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I wonder if they're gonna do that, like with this thing, because it's like, oh, you have to land, I don't know, 5 cards and then you get it, or or maybe you have to dodge 2 times, maybe you have to switch. I don't know, You do something like that, I'd be down for. It's actually pretty fun like that,
Right. And then also like, the biggest thing is like this card has an ult card as well. So it's like how like it looked like this card has to be used more than once, because you have 2 of these cards that are individual, like they're separate cards and they're fused into one. So it's like it looked like you're going to see this card multiple, like more than once, because you have to, if you're going to use one to transform and then you have one for the ultimate card, that means that has to be for the Gogeta ultimate card, right? Like, or like I don't like, how is this gonna, but then it's like it's so weird, it's so weird. Like, when you trans, like say for example you do if it is the Gogeta that transforms into Gogeta, like you have a regular main ability, then you pop this and then it's the same card as this. This is so weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, I like when Elizabeth doing this new stuff, bro. Like, it just gets everybody thinking,
Yeah.
But like, the thing is, right, since we're here saying like, oh, it's gonna be like, like Bojack, right, where you transform, you guys have to keep in mind, bro, Tag 4s are, they're technically transforming into G4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, their stats, off the bat, they're probably gonna be, like, decent, but, like, the transformation set in a G4 is probably gonna be crazy. Or they just give, like, Tag 4 some higher stats, and then they transform and the stats don't change or something? I don't really know.
That is true, because that is true. I mean, I personally, like I said, if they want to keep it like anime, like, kind of similar to anime, you kind of have to give them base stats, right? Like when they transform together, like when they fight together, they're not the same when they transform together. Like their power multiplies. So I personally feel like if it's a transforming or like awakened thing, type of transforming thing, you have to have it where Gogeta has higher stats. I mean, I think they're kind of scared of having transforming units, bro, because just the way the game is now, like we have way too much damage inflicted buffs for each character. Like we're having units that can, ramp up to 250 damage inflicted, and that's kind of one of the reasons why they kind of like lowered a lot of people's stats in the sense. Not really lowered it, but they had to really go crazy with base stats, because you have units like Beast Gohan that can ramp up so much. So if you give a unit nowadays with feature boost, support buffs, transforming, and they can get around that base 300 strike, and then they're getting around like the 200 damage inflicted buff. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of damage. How you feel about that?
No, yeah, like that's gonna be crazy. But like, imagine, like, the thing is, right? I feel like Tag 4s by themselves, they have to be good at the very least, right? Like they have to be at the very least good.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to be good in today's meta, you have to have a lot of damage inflicted buffs. You have to have, good stats. You have to have good cut. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, do they just keep the? I feel like they're probably gonna do what they did with Clapku. I don't know if you remember what they did with Clapku.
Mm-hmm.
Where like his stats didn't really go up that much. Like maybe they're gonna do that, but like, I don't know. I feel like if you transform right, you can't go back.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, or like, let them be like Tag 4s be like, what if they're better than G4? You don't want to fucking do that. So I don't know. I generally don't know.
And it's interesting, right? Because like, you know, this probably might be my last question until we finish up the vid, right? But like, if you guys know about the past 3 tag units, we have the EX Trunks, the Droids, and Goku Vegeta. They can switch in and out and type advantage. So it's like, say for example, they are blue, right? That means they'll do extra damage to red, and then if they switch to Vegeta, they do extra damage to the greens, right? And then when you transform to Gogeta, then that means like, will he just stay as a blue unit, right? So like, I feel like they're gonna have it where it's like, you might not want to transform to Gogeta right away. You might want to, stay with the tag fours for a little bit, maybe try to kill their green off with like Vegeta, and then you transform to Gogeta 4. So like, you killed that green unit because they probably want to have like pros and cons for both the tag, being a tag unit, and then transforming to Gogeta. So like, Gogeta probably have crazier stats and probably like a better kit, but the fact that Goku 4 and Vegeta 4 be able to do extra damage to reds and greens, that might be their advantage. So you might have to, depend on what units you play against, you might probably value the tags unit before transforming more for that match, or the second or another match you might want to hurry up and transform to Gogeta. So it's gonna be real interesting.
Yeah, man. Like, or they could just ignore everything you fucking said, and they're like, hey, once you transform, you go type neutral against everything.
Or like Beast Gohan, yeah.
They could just make it like, oh yeah, like you transform, you're just type neutral the rest of the game. GG's, good luck. Like, right. Yeah, no.
It's insane, bro. It's insane, bro. So yeah, this card is interesting. It gotta be some use. Like, I'm curious to see how they're gonna introduce it, bro. Like, and if it is the Gogeta transforming, whatever, bro, like, his stats is gonna be ridiculous. Like, just the kit. It's gonna be a lot to read. It's gonna be a paragraph, for real. Like, it's gonna be like 5 paragraphs, like an essay.
It's gonna be an MLA format, 12-point font.
Oh, not MLA format.
3-page essays for each goddamn character.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, so it's gonna be insane. Like I said, you guys already know, like, every Legends Fest, since we introduced Legends Fest, they always introduce some type of new mechanic. UI sign Goku had the gauge, and then you had Goku Vegeta had the tag switching thing. So it like this might be the next kind of thing that they introduced, the next mechanic that they introduced to the game. And that means, new mechanics means, new power creep, right? So, so I told you guys to save your Chrono Crystals. Is like, it's about to be crazy, literally in like a week, bro. Shit's about to go down. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you, Var, for joining in, and follow his, subscribe to his channel. What are you on the road to 10K, bro? You hit 10K, right?
Yes, sir.
Road to 10K. Yeah, make sure you guys follow my boy Var. He's gonna 14 star these new units anyways. So if you guys want to see 14 star showcase before Garesh, fuck with my boy. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about this concept card, and how you guys feel like this is gonna work with the new card that they introduced this card with. So yeah, that's it with this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Been my girl, man. I'm out. Peace.